Voters in Brooklyn Park are taking a step towards selecting a new city council member. Kevin Miller has more on a three-person race and how voter turnout could really have an impact.
Tuesday is city council primary day in Brooklyn Park. Unlike most elections, voters don't have the draw of national or state seats on the ballot.
I think it's important because we, as the people, have a say in our government and even down to the lowest level.
Catherine Carter was one of a small number of West District voters to cast her ballot at Revive Church Tuesday morning. She and other voters will narrow the field of 3 candidates down to 2.
Because I did read all 3 platforms and I wanted to choose the one that best represents my views and values.
Candidates Yelena Kurdyumova, Daniel Goba, and Tony McGarvey are vying for the West District seat previously held by Susan Pa. It's been vacant since Pa joined the Minnesota Senate in January. Compared with recent years, voter turnout for this election is expected to be low.
I anticipate between a 7 and 10% voter turnout for the primary.
City Clerk Devin Montero oversees the election process for Brooklyn Park. With lower voter turnout, he said he expects to have results quicker than in past years.
Polls close 8 o'clock, and then we'll have the results tabulated, whatever, and we should have the results posted by 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Following the primary, voters will select the next city council member on August 8th. For Catherine Carter, voting this year wasn't only about civic duty.
Because there was 3 candidates. Actually, I wanted to make sure one of the candidates did not get in.
In
Brooklyn Park, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
Meanwhile, the city of Golden Valley is expected to vote on appointing a new council member on May 19th. That person will replace Kimberly Sandberg, who announced she's moving abroad next month. The city council is currently reviewing applications, and the appointed council member will serve the remainder of Sandberg's term, which runs through next year. Brooklyn Park police are investigating a case of shots fired in one neighborhood. Police responded to a report of multiple shots fired just after 2 p.m. Monday near 7900 Regent Avenue North. According to police, 2 people were seen ducking behind a parked vehicle and one of them fired several shots. Both fled before officers arrived, and as of Tuesday afternoon, there were no arrests. It's unclear what the motive was for the shooting, and police say nobody was hurt. A plan to make Minnesota the 12th state to offer paid family and medical leave is in the final stages of becoming law. The Minnesota Senate passed the plan along a party line vote. Those in favor say it will help workers facing dire situations, and those against it say it will only hurt small businesses.
People don't take paid family medical leave because it's some scheme to get a free paycheck. They take it because there's an emergency.
Expanding access to paid family leave benefits is the right thing to do. But this plan before us today is not the right way to go about it.
The plan would require workers to collect up to 12 weeks of partial wages when they take medical leave, including for pregnancy and to care for family members. A 0.7% payroll tax will help fund it. The Minnesota Senate passed the proposal by a single vote. Our local senators John Hoffman of Champlin, Susan Pa of Brooklyn Park, Ann Rest of New Hope, and Bonnie Westlin of Plymouth all voted yes. Senator Warren Limmer of Maple Grove voted against it. One pillar of the Plymouth community marks a major milestone this year, and the group is planning a celebration that several generations may enjoy. Amitej Babra is too old for Boy Scouts now, but the recent Eagle Scout still pitched in to help set up Monday's meeting of Troop 3481 in Plymouth.
It teaches us about maturity and a lot of different values like leadership, practicing community service, just being more involved in our community as a whole.
Amitej is one of the newest Eagles in the 50-year history of the troop. That roster includes current Space Force 2nd Lieutenant Graham Moss.
You teach about service to your community and also to your country. And that is something that is never going to get old. That is a life skill.
One woman has helped shape the lives of hundreds of Boy Scouts in Plymouth.
They know us. They know that our boys do a good job.
Mary Critelli-Lure started as a Cub Scout leader with her 2 sons and has stayed on as an assistant scoutmaster.
The boys are, they develop a lot of skills, and I tell them 5 years is just 5 years of your life. Stick with it. and you become Eagle, and they never can take that away from you.
75 Eagle Scouts in 50 years, more than half of those under Mary's guiding hand.
They need somebody strong to get them through and to encourage them to keep going. We've had some Scouts that don't make it, but we have a lot.
And now Scouts, young and old,
we have one more Scout joining us today, a new Scout,
will gather for a 50th anniversary celebration in June.
Just a big get-together. Just for everybody to see everybody.
A family reunion.
A family reunion is what it is.
And Mary will no doubt whip the helpers into shape.
Like how much people are you thinking?
To make sure everyone can reconnect.
Lots of mentors too.
Are you doing AP testing this week? Or?
A lot of families that used to be involved in the troop when I was a younger Scout whose sons aged out, so I'm excited to meet them again.
The Troup 3481 50th anniversary celebration is Saturday, June 17th from 11:30 until 2:30 at St. Philip the Deacon Lutheran Church. In case you missed it, this year's Walk for Animals had some noticeably absent pets. Well, there were cats, bunnies, hamsters, even horses, but no dogs. The annual Walk for Animals to benefit Animal Humane Society shelters, including in Golden Valley, happened without dogs this year to prevent the spread of canine influenza. That's the first time that has happened in 52 years. State health officials continue to discourage any contact with a large number of other dogs.